All right, let's get you the latest on the Bharat Bandh that was called across the country. It was called by multiple Dalit and Adivasi groups, backed also by political parties, mostly from the India Alliance. These protests were against the Supreme Court's recent verdict on quota within quota decision and also to try and do away with the creamy layer. And while most protests happened peacefully, the Bandh took an ugly turn in Bihar's Patna when the police resorted to lathi charge. Remember, the Supreme Court of India upheld the right of state governments to create sub-quotas within reserved categories such as SCs and OBCs, especially when it came down to the creamy layer. While no state has exercised that, but the protest today across the country from Dalit groups and Adivasi groups protesting that verdict and the observations made by the Supreme Court, especially when it came down to the creamy layer, because the SC/ST community, or at least those representing the community, felt that this would threaten the reservation policy.
तो हमने ये साफ तौर पे बोला था, ये संविधान जो हमारा जो बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर ने आरक्षण जो प्रावधान किया है, इसमें क्रीमी लेयर की तो कोई बात ही नहीं होनी चाहिए। ये तो असमानता जो लोगों में रही है, भेदभाव समाज में रहा है, पिछड़ापन जो रहा है, उस आधार पे ये दिया गया कि सबको एक बराबर है हम लोग, उसलिए ये आरक्षण जो है प्रावधान दिया गया। लेकिन मोदी जी के राज में आप देखिएगा, दलितों को बांटा जा रहा है, क्रीमी लेयर की बात की जा रही है। आज देखिएगा जो रिजर्वेशन जो है उसको खत्म किया जा रहा है।
अगर बंद होता बिहार तो आप कैसे यहाँ चले आते? और यहाँ पर सैकड़ों लोग खड़े हैं, आपके नज़रों के सामने देख लीजिए, ये बंद कहाँ है? कोई भी काम नियम से होता है, कानून से होता है, और जो संविधान में प्रदत्त शक्तियाँ हैं उसके हिसाब से होता है। उसका सहारा लेना चाहिए, न कि ये बंदी करके राज्य को नुकसान पहुँचाना चाहिए, देश को नुकसान पहुँचाना चाहिए।
भारत बंद का जो आह्वान जो लोग किए हैं, वे सब स्वार्थी तत्व हैं। स्वार्थी तत्व इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ कि वो मेरे भाई हैं, बड़े भाई हैं। छोटे भाई की प्रगति नहीं हो, ऐसा चाह करके वो चाहते हैं कि 100 में 100 का लाभ हम ले लें।
देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की टिप्पणी थी, उसके बाद कानून मंत्री ने संसद में उस पर स्पष्टीकरण भी दे दिया है। कैबिनेट ने भी अपनी राय साफ कर दी है, तो अब कोई ज्यादा विषय बचा नहीं। विपक्षी पार्टियों का अधिकार, यही लोकतंत्र है।
Well, the Bharat Bandh met with a luke response across the country, but in certain areas in Uttar Pradesh and especially in Bihar, with what you see on your television screen, Patna, things took an ugly turn because the police had to resort to lathi charge. We're going to continue to get our viewers more coming in. The Bandh was also met with a little success where the state of Rajasthan was concerned, but all in all, many would say there was a weak response. However, like I pointed out, in Bihar, in Patna, the police had to resort to lathi charge. Now, shifting focus to Jammu and Kashmir. Rahul Gandhi is on a 2-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir. The Congress President, Mallikarjun Kharge, and leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, both Rahul Gandhi and Kharge, are on a 2-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir starting today. The duo has landed in Srinagar and have been holding key meets ahead of the upcoming assembly elections. During their visit, the two leaders will engage in extensive meetings with their own party leaders and workers in 10 districts of the Kashmir Valley on Thursday. After their interaction in Srinagar, Rahul and Kharge will fly to Jammu to continue their interactions with the cadre of 10 districts of the Jammu region.
राहुल गांधी कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष और उनके साथ साथ सीनियर लीडर जो हैं कांग्रेस के 2 दिन के जम्मू कश्मीर के दौरे पे श्रीनगर पहुंच गए हैं। जैसे आप मेरे पीछे देख रहे हैं, तारीख आपको दिखाएंगे, जो कैवलकेड है राहुल गांधी का इस वक्त श्रीनगर के बीचों बीच से गुजर रहा है और पूरा जो रास्ता है सील कर दिया गया, क्योंकि वीवीआईपी मूवमेंट है, सिक्योरिटी प्रोटोकॉल रहती है। तो ये राहुल गांधी का कैवलकेड यहां से सीधा वो जो है ललित जा रहे हैं। जैसे आप देख सकते हैं कि जो सीआरपीएफ पुलिस सिक्योर कर रही है और 2 दिन का ये प्रोग्राम रहेगा। पहला दिन कल श्रीनगर में, यहाँ कांग्रेस के जो ग्रास रूट वर्कर हैं, जो बहुत पुराने वर्कर रहे हैं, घाटी के अलग अलग हिस्सों से रेडिसन पहुंचेंगे और वहां पे राहुल गांधी उनसे बात करेंगे। कोशिश राहुल गांधी की ये है कि जो ग्राउंड का जो पल्स है कि लोग क्या सोचते हैं, लोग क्या चाहते हैं, क्या उनके मुद्दे हैं, क्या मसले हैं, वो जानना चाहते हैं। और ऐसा ही प्रोग्राम फिर जम्मू में भी होगा।
All right, so Rahul Gandhi, along with the party president, Mr. Kharge, are in Jammu and Kashmir. Of course, at one end, they'll be meeting with their own party leaders to chalk out a strategy for the upcoming elections in Jammu and Kashmir, especially also trying to energize their cadre. But the big question right now, viewers, is an alliance on the card with the NC. I want to cut across to Mir Farid, joining us live from Srinagar, reporting on this two-day visit by the leader of opposition and the Congress party president. Mir, what are you hearing? Because the big question and the underlining question in all of this is also an attempt to maybe broker an alliance with the NC right before elections. Is it on the cards?
Yes, it is very much on the cards because sources in the Congress say that final touches are being given to that program because two meetings have already been done, and it seems that on the pattern of the Lok Sabha elections where they had an alliance in these assembly elections, Congress and NC will have a similar alliance on all 90 seats of the JK Assembly across the UT. The leaders have already met, and it seems that Rahul Gandhi is coming at this juncture. There will be meetings with the top party leadership. At the same time, probably there is a very strong chance that he may also meet the top guns of the National Conference, including Umar Abdullah. Though officially the Congress has not said anything about it, but unofficially there are sources who say that there is a possibility of that happening. And then tomorrow he'll meet across 500 workers who come from various parts of Kashmir to get a feedback of what's happening on the ground, what are the issues, so that the Congress can make its campaign and the issues that it will raise accordingly. And similar programs are scheduled for Jammu as well, but it is very significant, and sources further say that post this, there will be rallies both in Jammu and Kashmir, and the Congress senior leaders, along with Rahul Gandhi, will be again here because they are attaching a lot of importance to Jammu and Kashmir. And since they also know that Congress doing well here and doing well in Jammu will ensure a government with the National Conference in Jammu and Kashmir, and that is very critical. And the top party leadership also knows that. So that all is going to happen, but a significant visit. And tomorrow, most of the engagements are scheduled. Yes, back
all right,
to you.
thanks, Mir, for joining us. We're going to come back to you for more on that story. Lots of developments where Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, especially with this political visit planned by Rahul Gandhi there. An alliance on the card in all probability. The seat sharing now being chalked out between the Congress and the NC. Let's quickly move on now to the latest coming in from the Kolkata horror and the protests that are raging on the streets. Shocking revelations have come to the fore as CBI has intensified the probe in the Kolkata rape and murder horror. The news is tightened on RG Kar's former principal, Sandeep Ghosh. 2 ACPs and 1 inspector have been suspended for their alleged negligence on duty during the vandalism that unfolded. Meanwhile, protests, like I pointed out, rage on the streets of Kolkata.
The probe into Kolkata rape and murder case is at a crucial stage. The CBI, which met the family of the victim, has focused on the former principal of RG Kar Medical College, subjecting him to multiple sessions of marathon grilling. On Wednesday, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh was called for the 6th straight day. CBI has also grilled ASI Anup Datta, an aide of rape murder accused Sanjoy Roy. The Kolkata cop was seen running away to evade the media ahead of his questioning. 2 assistant commissioners of police and an inspector were suspended for negligence over mob vandalism at Kolkata's RG Kar Medical College and Hospital, the scene of crime. India Today accessed damning documents over delay in filing of the FIR. The cops, despite receiving a complaint from the hospital at 2:45 p.m. on 9th August, delayed filing the FIR until 11:45 p.m. A near 9-hour gap hinting at laxity. Shocking revelations have come to the fore about rape-accused Sanjoy Roy. He visited a red light area, harassed a woman on the streets, and asked another woman to send nudes. He later went to the RG Kar Medical College and peeped into the operation theatre while drunk before attacking Abhaya in the seminar room. After the Supreme Court order, the RG Kar Hospital is now under the CISF's cover.
CISF takes charges of the security of the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. We can see now the DIG of the CISF have arrived over here, and they took brief from the Kolkata Police Corps and also met the hospital authority, and he reassured that all kind of measures are being taken to for increase the security of the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. Remember, following the Supreme Court's order, the security arrangements have been handed over to the CISF.
The doctors, meanwhile, continue to stage massive protests for justice. Medicos from RG Kar Hospital, colleagues of Abhaya, marched on the streets.
I'm catching my breath as I walk with the young doctors here as they march from the Health Ministry's office here in Kolkata all the way to the CBI's office as they refuse to withdraw their protest. They want to ensure they keep up the pressure and show solidarity with the RG Kar Hospital victim. What's your protest all about today?
Today we have made two demands. First is we have peacefully gathered around CGO complex. That's just a message to the CBI. It's a request so as to do transparent investigation and so as to bring up with the report that will be presented tomorrow in the Supreme Court. Secondly, it is against our Shastha Bhavan, which is the health center who conducts all the health services along the state. Our main protest is we want resignation of the authorities. We want resignations of the principal of the MSVP who were there at that time.
We know, but we have seen and we have gotten the news that it's more than one person for sure, and we wanted to be completely verified what all people have been involved in this rape case.
You're saying there could be an attempt to cover up the case?
There can be.
The vandals were motivated to deliberately, absolutely, on the day of independence, at the midnight of independence, they came in a thing and they were actually literally shouting the name of the leaders, those who were leading the RG Kar movement. How could they know? How could they know that where is the ENT department, where is the chest department? And they wanted to vandalize only the chest department, but they wrongly destroyed the ENT department. How is that possible? If they entered only the emergency department, they destroyed everything. It's not possible unless and until they were motivated to do that only.
Amid battle for justice for Abhaya, India Today has accessed the heartbreaking last diary entry of the young doctor, where she noted down her dreams to excel in medicine, ambition to win a gold medal, and her love for her father's well-being. A young and promising life violently snuffed out. It's now an endless wait for justice. With Nabila Jamal and Ritik Mandal from Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
It's the deadline for the CBI to file its report on the Kolkata horror tomorrow. One would wait to find out what exactly the CBI has to reveal. With that, let's shift focus right now. To Tamil Nadu, a massive row has erupted over Union Minister participating in Karunanidhi's memorial coin as AIDMK claims secret pact between DMK and BJP. As Defence Minister Rajnath Singh released the Rs 100 Karunanidhi coin, opposition leader EPS claims it's a secret relationship which stands confirmed.
What's brewing between the DMK and BJP? Bitter political rivals who displayed a rare bonhomie in Chennai. And believe it or not, what actually united these two parties is Kalaignar Karunanidhi. After Prime Minister Modi's praise in a social media post, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Sunday participated in the state event where a 100 rupee coin in memory of Karunanidhi was released. Rajnath Singh even visited the memorials of DMK founder Annadurai and Karunanidhi, accompanied by CM Stalin. Besides the clear bonhomie between the two leaders, Rajnath heaped praises on Kalaignar.
On the occasion of birth centenary of Kalaignar, Thiru Karunanidhi, I would request all of you to give standing homage to one of the greatest Indian and great leaders. Thiru Karunanidhi was a titan of Indian politics, a cultural stalwart and a relentless advocate of the social justice. And his participation in national politics, his role in coalition governments, and his interactions with leaders across the political spectrum reflected his commitment to the idea of India, a nation where diversity is celebrated.
These images of BJP DMK's dosti got tongues wagging on what's brewing in Tamil Nadu. And adding to the raging speculation was the AIA DMK, with EPS claiming a secret pact between the parties.
நாங்க ஏற்கனவே பலமுறை சொல்லிட்டேன், திமுகவும் பாரதிய ஜனதாவும் ரகசிய உறவு இருப்பதாக சொல்லிக் கொண்டிருந்தோம். எங்களுடைய நிர்வாகிகளும் சொல்லிட்டு தான் இருந்தாங்க. இப்ப ஊடகம் நம்ம பத்திரிகை நிறுவனம் நீ கேள்வி கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்க. ஆக பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சிக்கும் திமுகவும் ரகசிய உறவு இருப்பது என்பது வெட்ட வெளிச்சமாகிவிட்டது.
CM MK Stalin took a day to react to these allegations but came down heavily on EPS, questioning if he had any political acumen.
கேட்கிறாரு, ஏன் ராகுல் காந்தி அழைக்கல? ஐயா எதிர்க்கட்சி தலைவர் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அவர்களே, இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி திமுக நடத்தல, அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்தினது ஒன்றிய அரசு. அது ஒன்றிய அரசினுடைய நிகழ்ச்சி. ஒன்னு அரசியல் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், இல்ல நாட்டினுடைய நடப்பு புரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், இல்ல மண்டல மூளையாவது இருக்கணும்.
In a surprising turn of events, Annamalai, the star kid of BJP in Tamil Nadu politics, also slammed his former ally.
The settled government, graciously Rajnath Singh ji has come. Graciously he has done it. He has given respect to where it belongs. Now, if there are some political parties in Tamil Nadu which they think they are jobless just by shouting and calling this political decency into question, they are going to get a brownie point. I think they are sadly mistaken.
Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Modi and Stalin's bonhomie has always got everyone talking about the warmth between the leaders. But now with BJP openly praising DMK stalwart Kalaignar, is there some big change coming up in Tamil Nadu politics?
It has also raised a kind of like questions with the opposition leader Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, alleging that there is a kind of a secret pact between DMK and BJP. Now A. Raja, the DMK MP, has also given a response to Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, saying that the Rajnath Singh was the one who was invited because it is the actual union government which releases coins, currencies or money, and that's the reason he was invited, and that way it also turned into a political play. With Divya, Pramod Madhav, Points Today.